What's up, guys? What's up? It's your girl Beach Phoenix. Give me just a minute. Y'all know when I go live, I got to check my sound because I'm still learning all of this here with StreamYard. Let me see. Okay. So it looks like my sound is on, and then also, let's see. I'm trying to do like the dual screen, and I want to see. Look, I'm going live right now on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So let's make sure everything is working. But we're going to talk about Pretty Lethal, the Prime movie. I've been meaning to get this out for a while. I didn't know if I was going to do an actual video on it or a review. I'm sorry, like a live. I didn't know if I was going to do like a live on it or if I was going to do like an actual video like I usually do my movie reviews. But I said I'm gonna just because I already did the thumbnail and everything, but I just got busy with some other stuff. So I said, oh, I'm gonna get my order. I said, let me just do a live on this. So also, first and foremost, I tried to do some editing with the trailer. So we're gonna also look at the trailer, and I tried to do some editing with the trailer so that um, there will be no issues or restrictions with YouTube once this live goes public for the replay. So anybody here for the replay, if you see it skipping a bit, that's because I went in there and I cut some stuff out if YouTube said that I couldn't, show that. All right, so let's see. First, look at the thumbnail. I don't know if y'all can see this because if you're on a mobile device, you probably cannot see this. But I'm just going to talk first on the thumbnail because the thumbnail has the title image. And this is what drawed me into the film because you guys see, that's why I had like the rhythm as a dancer. So, first of all, they did use that song and like, turned it, a little differently for their video. But where I have here on the thumbnail, Rhythm as a Dancer, those neon, y'all know on my channel, you're going to see neon pink, neon blue, neon purple, all neon. I use all neon. I like bright neon colors. So I do definitely want to say that's what hooked me into watching this film. Hang on, I got my tablet here. That's what hooked me into watching this film because it just had the colors. Just the colors alone is what brings me into this film. But also on the thumbnail, you can see where it says basic ASF and entertaining. Because the movie itself was just basic. I mean, it wasn't like super that you got to like tell everybody to go watch it. You got to rewatch it multiple times. It was just really entertaining because number one, I love those neon colors. Y'all know on my channel, like I said, I love those neon colors. So that's what drew me into this. Um, right when I go on live, then people want to hit me up. Hold on. And then I'm live on both. I'm gonna make sure y'all can see me on the mobile side. Let me turn this so mobile can see me. And hold on, I didn't know my camera was mirrored. Let's see if that helps. Fixes this for mobile. Let me see. It didn't even do anything. It didn't even do anything. Okay, so whatever. It didn't do nothing. I thought it would, but okay. All right, so yeah, like I said, number one, Pretty Lethal is giving that Beach Phoenix energy, is giving that neon color. So that's what brought me into it. So let me see if I can see it clear here. Blood, sweat, and tutus. That's what it says on the trailer here. Just a minute. Gotta sneeze. Oh, but it ain't come. All right. Let's see. Because I got the video here too on my tablet because I was looking at some of it and then like trying to get some notes to talk to y'all about it. But I'm gonna just dive in. Again, hopefully we do not get dinged for this because I'm gonna pause it a little bit too for this for these clips. All right, here we go.
Beauty. Chaos into precision.
Is it possible?
Oh, hold on. I wanted to show. Hold on, I wanted to show the trailer first. The other one, wait, was that the trailer or was that the clip? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, all right. The one I'm about to show right now, y'all, is the trailer. There's like 2 trailers on this. The first one, I tried my hardest to do some editing, but the copyright was just not feeling it, and it wouldn't work out. So I tried my hardest with this one too. So we're gonna try this one. Hold
You just stop being a jerk for like 2 minutes?
Baby buzz. The Budapest showcase could change your life.
So hold on, like let me see. We're gonna go to IMDb. Hold on, let me see. We're gonna go IMDb so that y'all understand what's going on, because again, the trailer, you can't follow it because I did so much editing. That's why when I do these videos, I try not to do too much heavy. First of all, I want to do enough that I can pass the restrictions, but I don't want to do it too much that you're not going to be able to fully understand what's going on. So this is based off what IMDb is saying. You know what? This whole time I've been on mute. I don't even know how long I've been on mute, y'all. It's late. It is 10:23. I apologize if y'all missed all of that. And if this is a repeat, I apologize too. All right, boom. Let me just go through this fast. What y'all missed was, I don't even know how long I was on mute, seriously. But I did a recap on what the movie was about. I'm not even about to read all that again. But all I was saying was y'all just passed it where that was their coach. Okay. So that was their coach, and she noticed like I think she went around the corner or something, and she seen where they were like cutting up somebody's body parts or something like that, like getting rid of the body parts. And she came around the corner and she was like, all right, y'all, we gotta go. We gotta go. So that's why I was saying, like, first of all, if you're in a situation where, they doing some like illegal type activity, let's remove this for a minute. So if you're in a situation where they're doing like some illegal activity, why would you be so loud and be like, all right, y'all, we gotta go, that's when you need to be quiet, because obviously you just seen that they're not playing. But again, y'all, if y'all here for the replay, please don't mind that I just was on mute all that whole time. And I also said that this is gonna have some spoilers. So if y'all ain't want no spoilers, I don't know what to tell you. Also, I'm gonna put a link. I think I said this when I was on mute too. I'm gonna put a link for you to see this. If you already got Prime, I'm gonna have the link for you to go ahead and click it, and you'll go straight to the Prime. If not, I'm gonna have another link where you guys can get the trial, as well as if you got EBT or student, you're gonna get a discount. All right, let's get back into the trailer. And I don't know why I was on mute. Okay, so that's her right there. Oh, that's the dang, I just went back to the I just went back to the beginning of the trailer, my bad. Dang, we gotta watch this again. It's all right. But that was the lady who run the inn. That was Uma Thurman. She was the lady who run the inn. Let me just let this play again.
Into precision.
Is it possible for you to stop being a jerk for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, so y'all see how they talking to each other? You could tell they don't have no kind of teamwork or whatever at all. Let me see if y'all can even hear this on my live phone.
Baby buzz. The Budapest showcase could change your life.
Only the world's best dancers.
Oh, okay. All right, you can hear it on live. My bad, y'all. I got my other phone here. Don't worry about that. Okay, so this is them on the bus. Again, they do not talk to each other. They are 5 dancers, ballerinas, and they're supposed to be all having teamwork and everything, but they don't be having no teamwork. All right, so this is what I said too. Again, I think I was on mute when I said this, but this is like the beginning of the trailer. So already you're seeing those neon colors. That's the whole Beach Phoenix energy. That's the Beach Phoenix vibe. That's what I love, that aesthetic. So that whole movie has like that nightlife type of energy. It gives the city that never sleeps, even though they're not like in the city. It's obviously, like I said, a remote area, but it's giving that neon stay up all night type of, Anyway, here we go.
Wait, this is my place.
Okay, so I just paused it. Y'all missed it, but you'll see it Throughout the whole end, you're going to see those neon colors. So keep that in mind because that's again what draws me into this and other people who like that aesthetic of these photos that I'm saying these videos and films that keep that neon aesthetic.
You have big shows, yeah? I used to be a dancer.
Okay, so that's where you hear her saying like, "Oh yeah, I used to be a dancer. I used to be a dancer," and you're gonna see like if you watch the movie or probably in this clip, she got a whole bunch of stuff about ballerinas and stuff. You see, they're showing a picture here, but she got a whole bunch of stuff about being a ballerina and stuff like that. And that leads me to say, I'm gonna jump straight to the end on this because I don't know how long this live gonna be, but I'm gonna jump straight to the end on this and saying at the end, you know what? I'm gonna hold that thought. I'm gonna hold that thought. Let's go.
Years of dedication, pain. But not everyone achieves their dreams.
Girls, get your things. We need to get out of here.
Okay, that's the part I was talking about when I was on mute and I had just found out that was the part I was talking about. That's when the teacher had came around the corner and she was like, "Oh, y'all, pack your things, pack your things. We got to get up out of here." Um, Hold on. Am I still on mute? Okay. Yeah, she was like, "Pack your things. We got to get up out of here." And this is my thing. If you know that you're in a situation where you just seen some craziness go on, why are you so loud? Like, girl, what the world? Okay, so this is getting to the part in the trailer where you'll see that the girls they're trapped in there. They're not leaving this in. So this is getting to the part where you see where she's locking the doors and everything like that. She's like, "Yeah, y'all not about to get up out of here."
Nothing I've
You have to get out of here.
Okay, see, so they crying, they're like, "Oh, we want to get up out of here. We want to get up out of here." Keep in mind with the visuals, what they're doing in this film, these ballerinas keep those tutus on the entire time. So you can tell that the pink is trying to give that innocent look with all that pink and purple. It's trying to give that innocent look, like as far as the inn, as far as where they are, that inn, that hotel, it has all that neon pink and stuff like that. So you can tell it's trying to set a mood of nightlife, but then it's also trying to set a mood of innocent and there is no harm here, but you can clearly see they're going to have a lot of harm in that end. And then as far as the ballerinas, the entire movie, okay, the entire movie, they are wearing those tutus, and that's trying to also show the imagery that they're just harmless, innocent ballerinas, all white, give that innocent look. Throughout the movie, you can see, of course, they're going to get a lot of blood and dirt and stuff on it, but you can tell the wardrobe people, they wanted them to keep this look of the white tutus looking like, they're just harmless ballerinas, but they're not. I mean, they are, but yeah.
Coming to save us.
You're not going anywhere, ballerina.
See, now this was the part that made me mad. Okay, so in the movie, y'all, again, this has some spoilers in the movie, and that's why I said the thumbnail for this. If you're coming for the replay or if you're here on the live, it says this was an entertaining movie, but it was definitely basic because there was the part in the film. I'm gonna go on each of the five ballerinas here in a minute. I've been on live 20 minutes. So I'm gonna try to wrap this up too, but that part made it super basic. One of the ballerinas, she was super scared out of her mind. This was the one. Okay, I'm gonna go through all five. Not right now, but I'm gonna go through all five. But remember, this is the girl. I'm gonna tell y'all. This is the girl who's like the Christian girl. Okay, so I didn't like that they painted her out to be like cliche type of Christian girl, but we're gonna get into that in a minute. But one thing about her, in the film, there was a scene where again she was so scared and she was like, "Oh, my nerves, my nerves, my nerves," and you don't trust nobody here. Like you see the type of place that you at. Why are you trusting any of these guys? And the guy was like, "Oh, I got something that can calm you down. Here, just eat this." And she ain't asked no questions. She took it from him and ate it. She did not ask any questions. So tell me who's gonna do that. That's real basic and that's real. You don't have no street smarts because first of all, you in a situation that you know that you about to get out. You literally just seen, which I might have skipped this part, but their coach, she got blasted on. All right, they seen pew pew right there in front of them. Right there in front of them, they seen their coach get blasted on. That's why they got blood and stuff all over them. So if you already know that these are some bad guys, the dude was like, "Oh yeah, I got something that can calm you down," and he gonna give her a piece of candy, and she was like, "Okay, thank you," and she gonna eat it. So this is the part where he was on top of her trying to like do all kind of crazy stuff. She started seeing the devil, all kind of stuff. But that's because she ate that candy. Like, who does that? Are you stupid? So that's the part where I said this was definitely an entertaining film, but that part was very basic. Like, who's gonna take any kind of candy. As soon as I seen that, I already knew that he gave her something that had some drugs in it. That was dumb. Anyway, here we go.
Hey! Oh, not strong enough.
Look at her. See, that's the girl who was she was in them clouds. He gave her that candy and she was in them clouds. When she put that doggone what's it called? A tiara. When she put that tiara on, you couldn't tell her nothing.
You're not strong. I'm sorry. Don't apologize to him.
Right. And then that was one part too. Like the girl, she was like, oh my God, sorry. I mean, I don't know. That was kind of putting in a little humor or funny in it because if you're in a situation where you really are defending yourself and you do something, and that's what the girl did, she in a situation where she really has to defend herself, and boom, she did something, and just like, oh my God, sorry. And it was like, why are you apologizing? And when I was watching this, I said the same thing. I'm like, why are you apologizing, girl, if you don't kill him?
There are naughty little girls in the house. Find them and silence them.
No. Okay, so if you're angry at me, does anyone know how to use this caveman?
Exactly. Look at her. Okay, so they went all the way downstairs and they found a phone. That girl, like I said, I'm gonna go through all 5 of the ballerinas, but that's the one who got on my nerves the most. The one who holding the phone, she got on my nerves the most. She was talking about some, oh, does anybody know how to use? She snatched the phone out the other girl's hand. Like, no, I'm gonna get us some help. She gonna snatch the phone out the other girl's hand, talking about, oh, does anybody know how to use this? Let me see. Oh, hello. Okay, I was looking for something to watch. I'm gonna have to click off of this and go watch it myself. Okay, yeah, this is on Prime, so I don't have it on here right now. But I'm gonna read your comment for anybody who want to see what it says. It says, "Hello. Okay, I'm reading it how I think you're saying it. Okay, hello. Okay, so I was looking for something to watch. I'm gonna have to click off of this and go and watch this myself. So I appreciate you, Cats and Food, for dropping by the live. Hit the like button before you leave. Go check out the movie. It was decent. Like I said, it was entertaining but basic, but it was entertaining. I watched the whole thing. I actually watched it twice, but it wasn't all that. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, so that was our little comment, little session. All right, let's keep going with the trailer. That's the thing. These kids now, y'all don't know how to use a phone. Y'all only know digital stuff. Y'all only know iPhone, Android, Samsung, all this kind of stuff. Like my daughter don't even know how to use no rotary phone. Like y'all don't know how to use no phone. You in a situation where you in another country in this old house and she pick up the phone trying to get some help and she like, oh, what to do? You don't know how to use a rotary phone, girl. Oh my God.
The only way out is together.
Look at him. Look at him. So that's one part that killed me too. So one thing about the film, like I said, it was entertaining, but a lot of the fight scenes, you can tell the camera angles kind of slowed it down so that you could see them fighting. But that wouldn't have happened in real life. It was really fake on some of the scenes because some of the stuff that they were doing, you don't got time to get in position when you in a fight. So when you watch the film, y'all, when you go watch it, you're gonna see that it's like, is it just me or is the camera really slowing down this scene so that you can see them get in formation before they got in formation before they was doing like their little moves.
You mother.
That totally is sick. I must have.
Okay, so let me pause right here. So yeah, that was a little trailer. Like I said, they got a couple trailers or whatever, but that was one of the trailers. And at the end of the trailer, you seen that the girl, and I think I got that on the next clip too. But the girl had wound up getting a razor stuck in the front of her shoe. Y'all know as a ballerina, they say that they got like a block of wood at the tip of their shoe, and razor got stuck in there. So then she was able to like, to do throat. All right. So hold on. Let's do a little pause break for anybody who on here. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button if you have not already. Let me see if I can get to my little pause break. Hold on. Let me take a sip of my water and y'all go ahead and like the live. All right, yeah. So let's get this up over here. All right. So let me get to the next screen. I don't know if y'all can see it on here. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So I'm going to go through the characters on what I wanted to say about them. Um, Let me see if I can make myself a little smaller so that we can get through this fairly quickly. I think that's probably the smallest I can do and still be on the screen for both sides. All right, so we're gonna start again from I'm sorry, not again, but we're gonna start from this me looking at it from the left to the right. So the bottom of the stairs. All right, we're gonna start from the bottom of the stairs. All right, so that ballerina, that girl right there, and I don't know nobody's name. All right, so y'all can go look that up and everything. I know I seen her on some other stuff, but I don't be know nobody's name like that. But that girl right there, that's the one that I said all of them get on my nerves. Let me tell you that. I'm gonna say that about everybody. All of them was getting on my nerves. All of them. But that one right there, that's the one I told you. They number one, this film lacked character development, but I can actually tell you a little bit about each of these characters. But I felt they should have built it up more. Like, why do they hate each other so bad? That's one thing I want to say. Like when the movie first started off, the girl came late to practice, and then boom, she just knocked her in the nose, and she either broke her nose or made her nose bleed, just like that. Like, why are these girls fighting so bad? I understand when you're on a team, whether it's basketball, football, tennis, soccer, dance, you're not going to always be the best of friends, but y'all have to learn how to communicate with each other and stuff like that. And yeah, so anyway, that's one thing I want to say. This movie lacked the character development. I am able to give my opinions on each of the characters, but it didn't give us that build up. Like, why did they hate each other so bad? Like, they was just really anyway. So starting from the bottom of the stairs, that girl right there, that was like the Christian type of girl, and they gave her like a cliche Christian type of role. Every 2 minutes, she was getting on my nerves. As a Christian woman myself, every 2 seconds, you're not going to hear me saying, "Oh, um, what did she say?" She was like, "You shouldn't vet thou this and that." Like, shut up. Don't nobody talk like that all the time. Like, she just kept talking like that. Every 2 seconds, she was saying, like, oh, I gotta pray, I gotta do, I don't know. She was just being a little extra. But I think they was doing I think because they know that they did not give us that background on each of these characters, they made each of them extra AS. Like they made them, or AF, how you want to say, they made them super extra. So that girl right there, she was like the little super Christian girl. That the one who was a dummy, and she took the candy. When the man had gave her an edible, she took it, knowing that you don't even trust these guys. You ain't never even been at. You could tell she ain't no street smart. She took that gummy and she was, whew, she was done with that gummy. All right. So then the next girl, let me zoom. Let me see who that is. Oh, the next girl, she was the sister of the one on the end. Okay, so like I said, you only got a little bit of each of them. That girl right there, the second girl, she seemed like she was not that tough. She was the one that you'll see later. She picked up, she had, I don't know if you can see it in the clip that I show you, but she did wind up getting a hold of a gun and she couldn't shoot, she couldn't aim, she couldn't do nothing. She was real scared. She the sister, and it's like you could tell the only thing that she really does is sticks up for her sister and speaks up for her sister because her sister is deaf. All right. So that's the only thing that she was really there for, was to like be a second part of her sister. Like they was just one and one together. And her sister is the one all the way on the end. So we're gonna skip all the way to the end. Yeah, that was her sister on the end. All right, so the one in the middle holding the shotgun, girl, put it down. That's the one that got on my nerves the most out of all five of them. At the end, did she even like redeem herself? Nah, like you ain't. She was scary. She had too much mouth. And she just was getting on my nerves. She got knocked in her nose soon as the movie started too. That the one that got knocked in her nose soon as the movie started. The girl right beside her, who was like the leader of them, who had the solo, she knocked her in her nose soon as the movie started. But yeah, so the one in the middle who holding that shotgun, she got on my nerves. She was the one who picked up the phone, trying to act like she was calling. She didn't even know how to use the phone. She was the one who, when they was all trying to stick together, she left. You don't leave nobody, especially in a situation like that. She left, then got in a situation where she was about to get dealt with, and then she came back talking about, "Oh, I came back for y'all." No, you didn't. So I ain't like her. She got on my nerves. Anyway, the next girl, she the one I'm gonna say out of all of them who really probably didn't get on my nerves, but they all in a sense got on my nerves. But the fourth girl, she didn't get on my nerves as much. She was like the leader. She wound up really getting them up out of there. And then the girl on the end, that's the sister who is deaf. But I didn't like how they just made her out to be boy crazy. Like, it's five girls here, and it's a bunch of men. So out of all these 5 girls, the deaf girl on the end, okay, out of all these 5 girls, she the only one who was interested in a boy. None of them girls was interested in the boy. Like, I didn't like that. So like I said, each part of all these characters, they just made them super extra, because I think they know that they did not have any character development with these girls. Like, they didn't have no character development. So yeah, they made her like super boy crazy. All right, let me move. I'm trying to get my live here on the mobile. Can't see me. All right, so let's go to the last one, and then we're gonna wrap this up, y'all. And again, I'm gonna pause it in between. This is commentary breaks and stuff in between, because yeah, we're not trying to get hit with no restrictions. All right.
Get down! This is your last chance!
All right, I skipped it. So she said F you. But I did clip that part out. Okay, so right now, all you seeing, I'm gonna tell you that too. All you seeing right now is 4 girls. Okay, so when the whole situation started, the sister who was deaf, she went to the bathroom. So that was in the beginning of the movie. She did not hear nothing. She didn't hear when their coach got shot. She didn't hear the girl screaming. She didn't hear them locking the place down. She didn't hear nothing, because she went upstairs. She went to the bathroom. Her hearing aid got messed up, and then she was like boy crazy, and she was like looking at that dude. So the 4 girls is downstairs fighting these guys by themselves. Well, not really by themselves, but it's 4 of them. Them 4 girls I don't know. Y'all tell me, is that real? Maybe so, because I know they got the wood blocks in the shoe. So maybe that could be real, but I don't know. That seemed a little fake to me. I be calling out some fake scenes. That seemed a little fake to me, but it could be real. I don't know. It could be real, but it seemed a little fake to me. I know, because they got them wood blocks in there. The girl finger broke, and she just popped it right in place like it ain't nothing. But she probably used to some stuff, because you got to remember, these ballerinas, I know this is a movie, but as far as real ballerinas, they say how tough they are and stuff. So she probably didn't already did something like that before. All right, here we go. That the girl I told you, she wound up getting a hold of the gun. She made me so mad. She wound up getting a hold of the gun. Why do they do that in the movies, y'all? Pause. Why do people do that in the movie? When they pick up a gun and somebody be like, hurry up, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. They close their eyes and they start shooting. That's what she did. She closed her eyes and she started shooting.
Okay, they got right now. They got right now. I'm sorry. Don't apologize to him. You're fucked. You're so fucked. Give me a plate.
I apologize. Now that's the girl who she already had some hoo-ha. I don't know what he done gave her in that little edible that he done gave her, but as soon as she put her little tiara on, she was activated.
You'll go. Give me the diamonds. No. Okay.
Come on. These guys are drunk and out of shape. And we're prima ballerinas.
I don't know. That's true, but maybe, I don't know. What y'all think? So 4 prima ballerinas is what she said. 4 in shape ballerinas versus 2 drunken, out of shape. I don't know if they really hitmen, but I'm gonna just say gangsters. Who would win? Hey, she started doing her little moves. She was slicing him up. Is that the one I was see? That's the one I was telling y'all. That's the is that the, yeah, that oh no. That's the first time she tried to leave him. Cause see the gate closed. You're gonna see it in a minute. The gate closed. That's why I ain't like her. She was scary because she kept trying to leave them, and you don't do that in a situation like that. This is the first time she tried to leave. Boom, the gate locked. Y'all not gonna see it unless you watch the movie. But there's another time she actually left them. She actually left them. Was like, nah, I'm gonna be able to handle this. I'm gonna survive on my own. And she left them. You don't do that. That was fake for me. That part was fake when I watched it. I had to rewind it when I was watching it. So she used one leg and she was like, boom, boom. Like, no, anybody doing all that in the middle of a fight. All right, so that's the infamous scene right there that where it happened. He picked up the razor blade. So it was in like the little plastic part where you got like a box cutter. So I guess it was like a box cutter is what they came down there with. So he holding the plastic part of the box cutter, but he go down to stab the girl. So this is how the idea came about. Okay. So when he goes to go stab her, you know, they say like, I guess your leg muscle is like the strongest or whatever. So she goes, I don't know, she already laying back. So when she goes to lift her leg up to stop him, he puts the blade right in her shoe. And y'all know they, you know, them ballerina shoes got a little block of wood. So keep that in mind. He stabbed her and she blocked it with her foot. That was kind of like, all right, but okay, it works. I don't know. That's the scene that everybody is talking about. I don't know. I don't know if that's real. I'm really trying to think, is that real? Like if you got a razor blade in the tip of your shoe, are you gonna be faster than the guy trying to attack you and then that he don't even block it, that you're able to hit him in the neck with your leg? I don't know. So let's move that down. All right, y'all. So there we go. Let's move this down. I don't know how I had this. I think I had it like that so I could see it on my own. All right. So I've been on here about 40 minutes and let's see what else I had on here. I took some little notes to talk about here with the little chit chat. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good movie. Like I said, it was, I didn't want to do a full like video on this because I just wanted to talk, just give some talking about it just because this wasn't like really movie worthy like for me to do all, I've already sat there and did all the editing, which I probably will still do a video because I've already sat there and did the editing for these two clips here, and maybe I'll just put them out on the channel. But yeah, let me see. Here we go. Let's see what else we got on here. All right. Because I put some notes on here. So I said I was going to talk about the girls. And so what I had called them, this is what I have here. And this is what I called them. I called them, one was the Christian girl. One was the one in charge. One was the sister. One was the other sister, or the quiet one is what I called her. And the one that was getting on my nerves, that's number 5. The one that was getting on my nerves. Mm-mm. So now this was like an international film. I believe they shot this. I know this is a Prime movie, but I forgot. Let me see if I can look that up. I don't know. I forgot where they said that they shot this at, but I would say this is an international film because it was shot in another country, and then you could see the girls. They went in another country to do this. And in the end, I want to say this. In the end of the video, what I don't like is that we it seems to me, again, this is like a little this has spoilers. All right, I'm gonna say this last little part. It seems to me that maybe they didn't do that properly with the end of the film, and like, you know how stuff has to tie in together. Okay, so the whole time the lady who runs the inn, she always keeps on saying how, oh, I used to be a dancer, I used to be a ballerina, oh, I used to be the best, I used to be a prodigy, oh, I used to be this, I used to be that, until you realize during the movie she says what happened with her accident. She says that her being in the life of crime, her leg was taken and stuff like that. All right. But correct me if I'm wrong, and I probably have to see this a third time. I've already seen it twice. But I have to figure out, like, it really seems like in the film, when she finally said the story on what happened and when she lost her leg, I don't want to say it because I might be wrong, but it seemed like she said she lost her leg when she was a kid. The guy, like, I guess her dad, I think she said something like her dad owed this guy some money and he took it out on the daughter. But how does she have her whole, like, she was like, oh, my career. I mean, maybe because them ballerina girls, maybe because they do start off really young, but I didn't like that because it seemed and hinted that she had that accident with her leg and the dude taking her leg from her when she was a child, when she was a young girl, and he was getting back at her daddy. So I just don't understand how you was saying, like, the whole, like, it made your whole life, like this was her whole life. Like, even at the end, she sacrificed herself to make sure she put on that tutu and to dance one last time with one leg, and then we finally see where her leg was missing and stuff. I don't know. I thought that was kind of like, did she really her whole life? I understand that something can happen to you as a child and it can shape you all the way until you're an adult, but I think that's reaching. I think that's reaching on her. Yes, you could be out for revenge, but I think that was just reaching on her whole end has everything, like ballerina this, ballerina that. She just, I don't know. It was just kind of weird. All right. So again, last but not least, my hot take on this movie, again, it was entertaining, but it was very basic. A lot of the stuff that you're watching is basic. So don't come into this film thinking like it's going to be it's very surface level, is what I'm saying. Like, it's very basic, it's not deep at all. What you see is what you get. The way the girls are acting, the stuff that the girls are saying, um, is very basic and surface level. There is nothing more to it. The stuff that they're saying, their personality, there is nothing more to it. These girls are very surface level and basic. It's not them. It's just the film and how they wrote it out to be. They didn't make them to be deep. The aesthetic, 10 out of 10. Your girl loves it. Y'all see the neon colors. Beach Phoenix approved on the aesthetic. The vibe, 10 out of 10. Again, it gives that, hardcore bad girl energy. It definitely gives that. The story is cool, is mid. All right. So let me check my comments. And if there is nothing else, y'all, I'm going to call it a night. And I might do a full video on this later. All right, but anything else, y'all can leave me some comments. I'll meet you in the comments. All right, Beach Phoenix signing out.